Orzhov, Greasefang versus Collector Occult. What do we got? Do we have a Thoughtseize, a Spirit with Sheltered, which is not the perfect target for the Sheltered, because this one exiles and then you will lose the Sheltered. So that's something to consider. But let's start off with a turn 1 Thoughtseize and take the payoff card. So that was a pretty important Thoughtseize there. They have a portable hole, which can take my Spirit. Well, it cannot really, so Spirit will survive. So they will go for the hole, which I will then activate this. Now they will still attack for 3, obviously, which is fine. Alright, let's go for this. And pass the turn or attack? Let's attack. And I can cycle this. And next turn I can do this. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Lose 3 life. They'll put the... Nah, that's... We're not there yet to really kind of go for victory, let's say. Alright. And that's enough. Now, how did we win this? Well, Thoughtseize taking out the Knight. However, I did have another answer for that theoretically in this. I think they maybe just overdrew on 1 mana stuff, so they didn't really... They were missing a little bit more of the 2 and 3 mana things to really pump their team. But, alright, nice. It's game 1 victory. Orzhov, Greasefang. Orzhov, Greasefang versus Prominent Pioneer, Dovahkiin. Okay, yeah. Do I need to turn... Ah, okay, I have a... Yeah. I drew into a plane, so this works. Alright, what are we up to? Nice. Yeah, no... I don't care about the verdict. I don't really care about the typhoon. Definitely taking the Proctor there. So they are some kind of Lotus Field thing. That could be just Azorius control with the added Lotus Fields interaction. Now that's something I now won't be able to prevent. But pushing that now, honestly, like, is there any point doing that? Probably not. I'm gonna offer the trade here because I have another Spirit. Huh, they're going for it. No, let's not. So every turn I can cycle a card here at the moment. I can copy. Takenuma or the Gardens? Or another spirit? Or the... I'm gonna go for this. Could also just deal 3 life to them. No, that's... Okay, missing part of the puzzle. They can destroy the monument here. They didn't. Oh wait, where's my fleeting spirit gone? Oh, the Proctor. Okay, yeah. Sure. That was something. Crazy. But okay, this won't be affected. I can also just kill the Proctor. Let's try that. Okay. I should have done that earlier, I guess, at some point. But okay. Oh, it is coming back. Okay, so they have a lot of mana, so they can just go for the Shark Typhoon here. I don't know, I've been doing nothing really. Like, I've been cycling through my deck, like, kind of, but not really doing anything. Okay, that's pretty nice. Are they gonna try and kill the blade in response? Oh, that's perfect. That is such good news. Because now Greasefang will clean up. Oh, this is perfect. Because now they won't be able to counter anything. I'll take that too. Alright. Okay, they're gonna sweep next, of course. So I will lose some stuff here. But I can protect my fleeting... So they're gonna play the Supreme Verdict here, of course, but I still had to go for that. Let's do this first. Let's deal damage. Put him to 6. Everything dies. I get my fleeting spirit back. And they have 1 card left. I hope it's not a removal spell, because now attacking for 3 and then doing another monument should be enough. So let's attack for 3. Okay. GG. Should I do it now? Yeah. All right. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting game. Yeah, I guess what the opponent lacked, what they didn't find, is card draw. So they had the Proctors, they had the mana, they were even able to deploy a Shark Typhoon and, you know, untap a couple of turns afterwards. However, they just, yeah, didn't have the cards, and especially the Greasefang turn was key. Alright, nice. Another victory for Orzhov Greasefang. On to the next game. Orzhov. Greasefang versus the Virtuous Atleta. Oh, also a virtuous one. Okay. And they are Chorus Quant, or whatever what that elephant's name is. Okay. Wow, this is so risky. Double Thoughtseize could be strong, but if I need to, like, having to draw into multiple lands is awkward, and this is also quite awkward, but I'm gonna go with this because 2 Sheltereds could be strong on a Guardian. Oh, what? Oh goodness, but I don't have black mana, so this hand is also terrible. Should have... the first one, I don't know. This could be just rough. Okay. Okay. Well, next turn I will be able to play the Guardian, because I have these Gardens, which can produce colored mana at some point. So this Sheltered's gonna have to deal so much damage. So much work. This Sheltered by Ghost is gonna have to do a lot of work. That's what I wanted to say, and it's gonna almost be too late. Okay. This is it. Like, it's survive this turn or never. Yeah, they're gonna try and kill that, of course. But then it's gonna get tapped. Right? Yeah, it's gonna get tapped 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, theoretically, I could survive, but... But one pump spell will just end this here. So yeah, this just didn't work out mana-wise in both hands, so... GG it is. Fair enough. Sometimes the hand just doesn't work out at all. Alright, GG. On to the next one. Orzhov Greasefang versus the Awesome Bargler. The Awesome Bargler. That's how we're gonna put this one. Okay, this is also. Oh, wait. No. Urborg will be a swamp, and this is a swamp, so I will have white mana available. Okay, this hand works. Now the Shelter by Ghost is much better on this because this gains indestructible. Putting it on the Fleeting Spirit is actually not that great because the Fleeting Spirit, when it leaves the battlefield, the Sheltered we will lose the Sheltered. So that's a very important interaction to keep in mind. Alright, let's keep up the Fatal Push, of course. What are they? They're Shattered Sanctum. Okay. Orzhov too. Oh god. Should I just try and kill it? Yeah, let's try. I mean, this is just trading a card for a card, basically. Let's see what they discard. Okay, the Parhelion already. Oh, okay, well that's pretty nice. I think we have to do that because we need to take their Greasefang. Let's take the Annex. Now, unfortunately, okay, they miss a land. They are missing a land. Let's hope. Oh, and they found it immediately. Wow, that's rough. Very rough. Like, this is this is going to be very difficult. But I also have Monument, so let's go. Yeah, they're going to trade the Parhelion for a card, obviously. Oh, they didn't. Why? Why not? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's drawing 2 cards, basically. Oh, how are we gonna keep up with this? Like, really? How are we gonna keep up with this? Oh, I know how. But no. 'Cause stealing... I mean, I have to do this, and I'm gonna... I mean, if I take this, that's ridiculous. All I can do is take one of these. Which doesn't really do much, because they have another one anyways, so... Yeah, this ain't looking good. They're just out card advantaging me here. Big time. Also, the Fleeting Spirit will just chump block the Guardian forever and keep drawing cards in the process. So I need to find another monument soon. They already have one. And also, if they draw a Greasefang at any point, I just instantly lose too. So they've, yeah, unfortunately they really got a much better start to the game than me. They realized that the Thoughtseize wasn't a good idea, I think. But still, they're just drawing too much. Should I even cycle here? Yeah. Oh no. Of course I shouldn't have. Now I just discarded a card for 3 damage, which is stupid. Oh, that was so bad too. Oh, this is all... everything is so bad. Okay, let's do this so I can at least attack and gain 3 life here. But yeah, they're drawing 2 cards a turn, basically, but... yeah, and they can deal a lot of damage to me as well. Also, this doesn't do any... like, I can't even use this because they will draw more than I can handle. Oh, this is very uncomfortable in many ways. They're outvaluing me. They have... yeah, basically it's just... they're just outvaluing me big time here. I just can't keep up at all. Also, they could all easily just destroy my Guardian. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna just... that's it. Enough. On to the next game. On to the final game. It's 2-2, unfortunately, so I did lose 2 games consecutively here, but let's see if we cannot turn this into a 3-2 in the final game of today's run with Orzhov, Greasefang. Orzhov, Greasefang versus Sergeant Hetfield. Yep, we will keep this. Do I need to keep up the push? I don't think so. I'm gonna do the tap land. Tap land into... ah, now I'm regretting that already. Ah, man. But fair enough. Annex. Ah, a push. Let's protect it with a land. Okay, I need to get the monument down, I think. That's kind of key here. I can take a few hits from that. That's not a problem. They're gonna try and kill it again. Sacrificing my Guardian here. Alright, there we go. Now the question is, what do I offer up next? Maybe the Fatal Push? Yeah, that's fine. I can block and shift flicker. Okay, perfect. So in this case, the Bleeding Spirit is actually the best one here, because that can actually survive an Edict. Alright, now I think we're gonna get pretty much ahead. I can block now nicely. Okay, nice. They're good. They're showing me the card. Alright. Let's block one of them. Before damage. Draw 2 cards. Ah, Sheltered is perfect. Sheltered is pretty good. No, actually it's awkward. Unless I draw some another Guardian or something. Ugh. Okay, keep doing the same, right? Yeah, let's do it one more time. No attack. Pass. Okay. Okay, good. So I'm taking some damage here now, but hopefully drawing 3 here will now hopefully finally stabilize here. Because I'm taking 6 damage here, so that's not a... That is a problem. Dealing 3, 6. Oh, I can deal 9 damage to the opponent. I can deal 18. I can deal a lot of damage. Okay. How can we survive this now? Like, this is very awkward, but I'm gonna have to do it, because I need to gain some life here. Okay, now I can attack. Gain some life. They can activate the Mutavault. Okay, I'm back to 10. That's perfect. Playing a Greasefang here. I'm gonna keep up Fatal Push instead. Let me think. I can deal 9 here, and then in my turn I can deal another 9, right? 3, 6, 9. So that's 18 damage, which puts them at 6. So end of turn, my turn. So I can deal. I can just 9, 27. Yeah, I think I can just win. I have set 27 damage in their upkeep, basically. I think we won this. Should I have done it on the Mutavault? Maybe. No, because they will gain life. Okay, here we go. Alright, now let's watch this. Alright. Life. 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 I don't care they get that back. Let's put a stop on their upkeep. Oh no, what, did I mess it up again? No, I didn't. I can do it like this, right? Yeah, this will work. And I'll just play another one and just in case, so. Yeah, and in their upkeep, we'll do it again. And GG. Alright, found a way here. Nice. Whew. Alright, wow, that was a little bit more of a... That was a kind of a... more of an interesting way to win. But that showcases that this deck can win outside of the Greasefang, either by just outvaluing the opponent, or really having this Monument to Endurance deal insane amounts of damage, like bursting the opponent down in a end of turn, in your turn, beginning of their upkeep combination, really making use of the 3 damage that these deal once per turn. So you have to do this. The timing is very key here. So I hope I was able to showcase that somewhat effectively. I didn't really consider well the Fleeting Spirits trigger when it comes back. I think I didn't need to play the second one. I could have still used the first one. No. So that's something you need to consider with the Fleeting Spirit. You can only use that ability once per turn, maybe again on the end step, but if you do it on your end step, then it'll not come back until the very next end step. So it'll be gone during the opponent's turn. So those are some things you need to consider with the Fleeting Spirit. So the triggering on that one is a little bit more complicated, but thanks to the Geier Reach Sanitarium, it worked either this way as well. Okay, nice. Going 3-2, Orzhov Greasefang. Very interesting version of the Greasefang deck, making really cool, nice use of the Monument to Endurance. But let's talk about that a little bit more in the recap. Alright, Orzhov Greasefang. 3-2. Yeah, still in the positive. Had some 2 pretty clear losses there. Those 2 games were I just really didn't have a chance, but that's fine. Still going, staying in the plus. All right, but let's take a look at the deck. Yes, Orzhov Greasefang, 2-color deck, one tapped land with Surveil to potentially put a Parhelion in the graveyard. The rest is basically lands that are untapped the majority of the time, because this deck does have Fatal Push and Thoughtseize up and ready on turn 1, so you want to be ready from the get-go. Utility lands wise, we have 1 Geier Reach, because that works very well with the Monument. An Urborg, because that fits into basically any black deck that runs an additional color, and the Mycosynth Gardens, because that also works very, very well with the Monument. Creating another Monument is amazing, and this is permanent, so this land becomes that artifact. So that's really cool as well. Okay, so, but what does the deck do? The deck has the traditional Greasefang, 4 Greasefang, 4 Parhelion, keeping it simple, no other artifact, no other vehicles, just the Parhelion, because this deck, this is only partially the deck's kind of win condition. You have very efficient ways of putting things into the graveyard. The Spirit, the Guardian, and the Hallowblade. So, yeah. That's your way of getting the Parhelion into the graveyard. And then if you draw into Greasefang, you can cast that. You can also recommission Greasefang, or you can use the Lively Dirge to search for Parhelion and put it in the graveyard. These are one-offs because this deck doesn't want to go too all in the Greasefang, because this deck does have an alternative playstyle. The alternative playstyle is the discard creatures here, which either get indestructible when you discard a card or get flickered. And those in combination with Monument to Endurance can create some good value. The opponent tries to kill these. They gain indestructible. You draw a card, so you don't lose anything, but they do lose something because they try to kill it, or they block a creature of theirs dies. So yeah, this is a very, very good value generating engine. And we also saw that the losing 3 life, once you have multiple monuments in play, that's when things get really out of hand, because then you draw multiple cards, and then you can set up a big turn where you make the opponent lose a lot of life, or slowly, draw a card, lose life, a combination of these. So there's many options there. Also, the Guardian and the Hallowblade work extremely well with Sheltered by Ghosts, because you can make them indestructible pretty easily. So Sheltered is it's more safe to play Sheltered in this deck. Last but not least, we have the amazing 1-mana black cards. Like, probably these two are the best black cards that you have to interact with the opponent early and stay alive. Thoughtseize taking anything problematic, and Fatal Push getting rid of problematic creatures. Also, the Fleeting Spirit can help trigger the Revolt for Fatal Push. So that's also another nice added benefit and interaction of the deck. And there you go. Yeah, the deck really tries to make the most of these indestructible creatures, like discard indestructible, Monument, but also has a full Greasefang package built in to sneak in some victories out of nowhere. There you go. There's the deck. It's definitely a good choice. It's becoming more popular as a Greasefang deck, but of course Esper Greasefang is also very, very strong. But this one is just a very different approach. A lot of fun to play thanks to the Monument, very unique card. And yeah, let's use this for the flavor text of today's video. Monument to Endurance. Loss is not the end of the journey. And on that note, thanks for watching, have fun, see you in the arena, and peace.